You put it on mute there, Billy?
How's that? Ooh, almost too much.
What's with the hat?
Oh,
You're indoors now.
I just thought it was nice.
It is nice.
Good morning to our meeting on March 7th. March is Women's History Month. Leading our pledge this morning, Lori.
Face the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our thought for the day, Al Lustig.
Uncle Al, good to be alive.
Welcome back, Al.
Al!
We on it?
Yeah.
Don't live your life regretting yesterday. Live your life so tomorrow you won't regret today.
Yeah. Heavy.
And my thought by Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG, reacting in anger or annoyance will not advance one's ability to persuade. Spoken like a true Chief Justice. Song, Joe! Hello, Joe. Wonderful to see you. It's a good day. I just practically told you what it was.
The memory's the second thing to go. I can't remember what the first one is. All that said, Julie's back, and Julie, what's your favorite song?
There she was, down the street.
Who knows the words? Julie, you're gonna have to come up and help lead.
All right, we'll figure it out, Louie, right? Right. All right, and if we screw it up, oh well. There she was, just walking down the street, singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. Singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. She looked good, she looked fine, she looked good, she looked fine, and I nearly lost my mind. Before I knew it, she was walking down the street, singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. Holding my hand just as natural as it could, saying do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. We walked on my door, she walked on my door, then we kissed a little more.
Before you sit down, greet your neighbors, say hello to somebody, give them a hug.
Well done, Joe. Get my email? Which one?
Thank you to today's greeters, David Mark Raymond and Jim Gilliam. Woo-hoo! Good job. And our mic team today, Wayne Britton and Louie Hopper on the job. Do we have any visiting Rotarians this morning?
I have informed we do not.
Correct, you're right.
No visiting Rotarians. How about guests this morning?
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably can't hear me. I have Ray Leonard as my guest, and Ray is a candidate for clerk, recorder, assessor, and registrar of voters. I've known Ray for many years. He's an Eagle Scout, and I just want to welcome Ray as our guest.
Morning, Ray.
So we also have, go ahead, Lou.
Well, we have our exchange business, future and present. Andrea and Naya
Morning.
joining us here today.
Good morning. And we also, I'm pleased to announce that we have Andrew Bailey, the director of Nova, and
someone who's done a tremendous amount in the county and really nationwide. He was our speaker today.
Also, former Sebastopol resident over here on East Earl. So, Andrea. Oh, oh. We have a new picture finally. Where was this one taken?
At the beach.
Looks like.
I forget where. Like I forget. I think it's Bodega Beach or Salmon Beach. Salmon Beach maybe. Where all the houses are.
Perhaps Goat Rock. We got an announcement about that later on.
Yeah, true.
So what you been up to?
Well, I've been playing tennis a lot. We have a first game next Tuesday at Andy, if anybody wants to come.
Yeah, I saw your tennis racket down there.
Yeah, and I had a game yesterday, and so far the season's been good. Haven't lost a match yet.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
What time's your game?
3:30.
3:30. Great.
What day is that again, Louis?
3:30.
Naya, do you have anything to tell us?
So I just wanted to share how grateful I am to be here with you all and how refreshing it is to see a group of people in my community who are doing these amazing things for other people who are not themselves, and it just is really refreshing and beautiful to see.
And
So
who are
thank you for doing what you're doing.
and who are not afraid to stand up at 7 o'clock in the morning and sing "Pure Diddy."
So thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Naya.
Sam the Sham and the Pharaoh.
Membership moment, and Kathy isn't here today. So, Bill's Beatles tie of the week, and this week,
Here comes the sun.
Good day, sunshine.
a special
Here comes the sun.
matching braces.
Here comes the sun.
Oh, come on.
Good day, sunshine. Yep.
Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Yeah, it is a good day, isn't it? Released in 1966, it was on the White Album. This day in 1965 was Bloody Sunday. This was the day that, following the Civil Rights Act passage and the Voting Rights Act passage in 1964, a number of states were still continuing to deny access to voting for African Americans. And so they decided to hold a protest march, and they were walking to Selma, and they were attacked by police. And those photos and videos went live that evening on the Sunday Evening News, and that was one of the things that completely changed the civil rights movement. Those images of women and children on the ground being beaten with sticks changed people's attitude, and now we have a resurgence of photo restriction, but that's another story. Born this day, March 7th in 1917, Betty Holberton. Who was Betty Holberton?
PBS operator.
She was one of the first women programmers. She was hired by the Army. First of all, she was registered to attend Penn State. And her first day of classes in a math class, her instructor, professor, told her, "Wouldn't you be better off staying home raising kids?" Ooh. Yeah. Well, she didn't fight. She turned around and was hired. During World War II, there was a shortage of men. They probably would have given the job to a man, but there weren't any around, and so she and 6 other women were hired to program the ENIAC computer. It was the first computer we had. It was used by the Defense Department for projecting trajectories of ballistics. And originally they were doing it by hand, and then when the computer came out, they took this thing and programmed it for the first time, and much of it was connecting wires and stuff. It was amazing. By the way, they were categorized as sub-professionals back then. Anyway, she went on to develop and write programming language, and was awarded many recognitions for being so early on and advanced in that field.
Bill?
Yes?
Quick input. In 1962, the Bank of America was putting in their IBM mainframe. They were using that very same technology in frames that looked like 2 foot square. And they had all these plugs and things on it. They were shoving them into the mainframe. It took the whole floor of a downtown area of B of A. That was in '62, so
Yeah.
it was an amazing
And
thing.
right now we have more power in our cell phones that we're walking around in than they had in this thing that was occupying half a building. So, happy Rotary anniversary.
Oh, he's not.
Look at that picture with Connor. Is he not just melts your heart? So, tell us about the wonderful career you've had in Rotary, and what were some of the highlights?
Well, when Jim Goodenough, I was working with him a couple of years ago on a website project, you know, and he goes, you're going to make, you're going to have your new best friends, you know, and so I consider all of you guys best friends. So the other day, you know, Matt called me, he was like, we'd like somebody to, you know, come to the Rights of Spring thing, and I was like, well, everybody I know is in Rotary. So anyway, so it's just the whole group of best friends, so that's kind of what I remember best. And Connor's going to be the big brother coming in pretty soon.
Yeah.
Wow, Grandma.
How about $5 for your
Oh,
anniversary?
lightweight.
Easy. I was going to find the heck out of John this morning because he's been gone so long, and he told me yesterday, oh, I'm going to be there tomorrow. Yeah, well, we'll save this one. We'll get him next week. Ticket sales. Let me see the hands of who all has sold at least one ticket so far to the Rights of Spring Equinox Hall. Anybody sold 2 tickets? Do I hear 3 tickets? Okay, it's coming up soon, folks. So even if, like Debbie says, all of our friends are in Rotary, step outside and find another organization and call relatives, send them out invitations if you haven't already. This is going to be a great event, and we're going to have a good time, but it's a fundraising event to help us do the things that we want to do, and without that money we can't do it. So we have a request for speaking from our sophisticated attorney in the room. Would you want this guy to represent you in court?
Before I forget, I do want to tell you guys that I went to the President's-elect training in San Jose this last weekend.
Not wearing the...
Not wearing the fawn costume. The fawn is a Roman, the kinder, gentler Roman equivalent of the Greek satyr. But at any rate, I went to the PETS conference down in San Jose, and our new theme for my presidential year is Be the Inspiration. And I really was inspired by the conference. The Rotary Club is really the premier international service club. And we do just amazing things, both in this country and locally here in town and around, and I don't have to tell you that, you already know that, and around the world. And you begin to realize the strength of Rotary and the fact that we can make an impact in people's lives, and we do make an impact in people's lives. And so I'm very encouraged, and I'm looking forward to my year. The 3 areas that our district governor-elect wants us to concentrate on are organization, branding, and public service. And all of these things I intend to look at very closely and do what I can to improve them. Ultimately, branding is about what is called the Rotary experience. And the Rotary experience for me and for all of us are deep feelings about Rotary, what we feel. And ultimately for me, Rotary is about fellowship. And polls have demonstrated that this is one of the most important things that keep people in Rotary, bring people to Rotary, fellowship. And secondly, service, community service. These are very, very important, and we want to focus on these. And I want to commend everyone here. First of all, tell you, you are all, each a member here, you're part of the Rotary family. You're part of our Rotary family. And I want you never to forget that. I want you to come to me if there are any issues. And I want to also tell you that I value the contributions of each and every one of you, because each and every one of you has the love of community service in your heart. So we want to recognize that and help you to do what you do naturally. And that really is the genius of Rotary, to help people do what they do naturally. Now getting to a segue to the Rites of Spring. The Rites of Spring obviously helps us to do what we want to do in the community. And it will be a lot of fun. There are we're coming down the stretch here. We have another couple weeks. I would ask you to send invitations to your friends, people that would like to come, people that might be supportive of the community and might be inclined to give. There are invitations over there, postcards and flyers. It's $50 a throw. How can you beat that for a full dinner, drinks, top-notch music and entertainment, and some food? So this is a good deal all around. I would ask you to send these invitations out over there, sooner the better. There are some, we want you to remember to bring wine. We need 2 bottles each for our cellar. This is a big auction item every year. And we will send out a blast to help you to remember. We've got 2 more weeks to collect that wine, so please.
You know, one of the things they tell you about in pets is you want to really be careful of past presidents because they get the mic and they just don't want to talk. But, you know, one of the things I've noticed is once we've been the pets, we think we're already presidents and we tend to start talking a lot. But
I know. So
let's all hear it from Matt, our next president.
the last thing I would say is we are going to need some, we do need some volunteer help. We will need some volunteer help. Please check in with Terry. If you plan to do things, let Terry know. And Terry, there's a website.
There's a website, everyone's received an email or a couple of emails on it, I'll get another one. Only 20 of us have actually signed up to do something at the event. Signed up. I know many have probably been recruited by someone who's carrying to the event. We need to know who's doing what, so please, I'll send another reminder out today. Respond to that, let us know where you're able to volunteer. We also do have paper tickets. There was a call for paper tickets. So we have some, if you'd like to take these to sell. Or
to your friends and neighbors and family. And
see me before you go out.
Great. Lou.
There's going to be a beach cleanup. This is the Interact Club that has gone together with the Clean River Alliance, and they're going out to Goat Rock this Saturday from about 10 to 1, and then they want to go to the boathouse in Bodega to sort of eat lunch afterwards together. They need at least one adult. I can't go this weekend, but I prefer if we have somebody here who wants to get involved, meet the kids and clean up the beach. Please let me know so I can let them know. They'll find the parents, but I thought the more support we could get from us. So send me an email, send me a text, visit my house.
For those of us that haven't had the opportunity to meet the Elmalino kids this year, our interactors, you got to come and just see how enthusiastic they are, how much fun they have, and how much good work they do. Helene.
Will you send me that slide? Because there is an Interact group in Ukiah that's interested in coming down.
Oh, great. Yes. Yes, okay.
Well, we have more than one event that we could be doing. We have, not this week, the big sponsor. They've also hooked up with the stewards, and we're doing an event on the 17th, and that's going to be over here near down the road.
Plus, they're gonna be helping us at the Equinox Ball. So,
right.
these kids are hardworking and raising a lot of money.
Right. And we're gonna have a picnic, not this week, but the following week. And Mark Olson, who goes way above and beyond to help our kids, has contacted Twist, so you can pick up a box lunch for all the kids to come. So if we want to join them too, I'm sure you guys will get a box lunch.
Thanks. Al?
So this April 28th is over a month and a half away. I'm getting stronger, and I'm still house captain for Rebuilding Together. And I'm happy to announce that this year's project is so simple compared to the things we've done in the past.
Oh, yeah, how simple is it?
Let me tell you.
Is she a hoarder?
This lady is not a hoarder. Frankly, I have personally not been there yet, but other people on the board have been there. So what really we're going to be doing is painting a deck, painting some railings, doing some hedge trimming. There'll be a couple of plumbing things that we'll bring in plumbers to do. But pretty simple and good for our group. Yeah. So, I have here Michael Cook, who is the scribe, and he's going to take down the name of all you volunteers. It's a Saturday? I think it's Saturday.
Bill Salter.
Yeah.
Is that April 28th, you said?
April 28th. Generally goes from about 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Oh yeah, we get food, we provide food.
Now are you coming to fix my house?
I ain't fixing anybody's house.
Hey, let's go over to his house.
Hey, Marty, you can't afford him fixing your house.
Oh, yes, you can.
Prices double after heart attacks.
So, what else is happening around Sebastopol? I hear that one of our members bought a car, and he did the right thing, he bought it from a Rotarian, and then it came in, and he still waited 8 weeks for it to be delivered because apparently it got lost. Joe, would you know anything about that?
It didn't get lost. It was one of the cars that built south of the border. And they now go through a rigorous inspection before they come to this side of the border.
And Mark sells drugs.
Yeah, I know.
Our local pharmacist, he's a drug dealer.
We've actually had vehicles show up with illegal substances stuffed in the seats that come out of Mexico. It's a good thing the wall's going in, is all I can say.
I don't remember if you remember, or if you were still with us back then, but back in our old Ford tractor days, we had a compact tractor show up from Japan with white powder in it.
I don't remember that.
We were setting it up at a trade show, and as we're tearing this thing apart, getting ready to put it together, this big bag of white powder was there.
Yeah, it was just a comedy of errors with his vehicle. It took forever to get here, but it's here, and he's not here now, is he?
No, Mark already left. But he did take a few minutes to rat on you before he left. So.
Nice. A Lincoln MKZ hybrid. Yeah.
And Joe's already paid up.
I'm paid up, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
who are you going to turn it over to?
Well, let's see. Jerry just got back from. Is Jerry paid up?
Jerry's paid up.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see everybody's avoiding eye contact. Linton had a flat tire yesterday. Yeah.
How about Nikki?
Nikki?
Nikki, do you have some room on your... Yeah, let's get a new member.
All right, Nikki, I'm sorry.
Pass on that gift to her.
Yep.
That'd be $10. We're easy on it.
Nicky, poor Nicky.
So what we got coming up? Next week, we have our own Pam Davis talking about land paths. Yay, Pam. Good to see you again, Pam.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. On the 19th, we have a board meeting. Then the following week, Alana Brogan. And March 23rd, Rites of Spring. Ball and auction. Remember, on March 20th and April 4th, the sign-up sheets were on the table again this morning to sign up for Map Your Neighborhood. How many folks have their pair of sturdy shoes and their hard hat and their leather gloves down underneath their bed already? Good, good, that's a start. So get signed up, come to this, and be ready to map your neighborhood. District Training Assembly, coming up on April 7th. Did you want to say something about that? Oh, okay. Yes?
I'm sorry, I'm talking too much, but
He's been to pets. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
very quickly, I would love to have the members of my team and my board come to the district training assembly. Barb Spangler, the district governor-elect, has designed a new program where we're put together as a team and we're visited by various experts to help us develop a plan for our year. So it's very important that you make a real effort to come, all the members of the board, members of the community, hope you can, anyone else who's interested, love to have you there.
Remember also, the club will pay for this. It's a $50 fee, which covers your lunch and everything. In the past, we've always had to drive up to Ukiah. This year, it's at the Finley Center. It's 10 minutes away.
And the club will pay for it. I think Barbara mentioned that, how that works.
So get signed up. So our speaker,
Mr. President.
What? Yes.
Finley Center's spelled F-I-N-L-E-Y.
Fortunately, just a regular member can't find me.
No, but I can.
Ah, darn it.
$5.
$5, okay, jeez, okay. Yes? Michael?
I just wanted to point out that the one thing we forgot to mention was the district conference, which is coming up on the 18th and 20th of May in Sacramento. It's really going to be a good district conference this year. The Lionsgate Hotel is virtually sold out at this point. There are a couple of other hotels right close to it, nearby that are still available, but it's going to be a great district conference and a good idea to get out and support Bob Rogers, fellow Sebastopol.
Yeah. Thank you.